Okay, I got a new toy. Now, I thought the package would be much bigger than this. But anyway, let's see what we have. Open sesame. And dun da da da. Upside down, of course. Okay, we have the new fuel transfer pump. Tera pump. Okay, now I got this one in particular. This is the Generation 4, whatever that means. There are 2 models like this, and there are about 6 models of the other type, the kind that looks like a stick, where instead of having this square battery pack and pump, it's like on a stick, and the top of the stick has the pump and the batteries, and you stick it into the tank. Where these models have 2 different kinds. One has a flex hose and one has a solid piece like I just described. So let's see what I got. Alright, now this one comes with different gas can adapters, because believe it or not, there are many different kinds of lids to gas cans. So anyway, and at $16 to $25 a pop for the smaller ones, you know, if you're like me, you end up buying a whole bunch of different cans. So what I decided to do, instead of purchasing, you know, one big huge ass can, you know, I even looked at those $120 to $150 14-gallon gas pump cans at Northern. But anyway, I decided that the handle was too cheap. I just didn't want to deal with that. Then there was a couple other ones where it was actually a pump and you had to squeeze it. So what I like to do is I like to have many small cans, you know, these gallon cans and 2.5 gallon cans, and that way I'm not trying to lift a 5-gallon can of fuel to pour into a tank. So that's what I do. So do I need this? I say yes. And the reason is spilling gas all over the place. So, oh good, the bag's not sealed. You can just take it out, voila. And this cuts off, apparently, when fuel comes up in here, it shuts it off. So, I guess it's kind of a electronic water tester, or should I say fuel tester. Actually, it looks like a LED, so I guess when it's submerged, it cuts off the pump here. Yeah, because there's a line running through it. You see that line running through there? So there's a line. I haven't taken anything apart yet. Now, I purchased the flexible end with the pump on it. There's your pump. And the reason I purchased the flexible end was I just showed you all those little 1-gallon and 2.5-gallon cans that I have. So if you get the solid one, you know, you pretty much have to stick it into a 5-gallon can. I mean, this is pretty long. Let's see how long this is. So cap to pump is 19 inches. 19 inches, that's a long ways. So it's better to have flexible. I'd rather have this sitting on the bottom of the can than, you know, have it going down and stopping. Because what I'm saying is, I don't really know if it actually needs to be screwed onto the can top. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Okay, according to the words that came with it, if you just put in 2 batteries here in the middle, it should pump out 125 gallons, and if you use 4 batteries, it should pump 250 gallons. I had to do math. It says 4 batteries pump 55 gallon cans, and 2 batteries can pump out 25 5-gallon cans. So anyway, that's plenty of fuel. Alright, 4 AA's, pretty easy to figure out. Just put in 4, including the one I dropped on the floor. And what I learned over the years, you know, like I'm going to use this in the summertime for, you know, pumping my lawnmowers and pressure washer and all that other good stuff. In the winter time, I'm going to take the batteries out. That way, you know, if they leak, they won't damage all of the connections here. So that's what I've learned over time. Let's see, I didn't read the instructions completely. Let's see if I'm going to dry run it. Oh, it's pretty quiet. Alright, well that's pretty good. Also, this is good for my lawnmower and my snowblower and a couple of the other pieces of equipment I put up for the winter, where I can suck out most or all of the gas out of the gas tank and then run it dry for a few minutes instead of either disconnecting the hose, spilling it all over the place, or you know, letting it run for a longer period of time just to get the gas out of it for the winter. Okay, don't do anything crazy like read the directions or anything. You might find out something you don't like. Like, for example, they want the nozzle to be straight down. They're saying if it's not straight down, the sensor may not read that the tank is full, and it will keep running. So how about that one? What else does this thing say? It says, okay, you know, set up your tank, get the correct adapter on there, screw it onto the tank, make sure it's on there all the way. Just said make sure this is in the vertical position. Or I just plan on watching it, and when the tank sort of gets full, to hit the put the ON button in the OFF position. That's kind of what I had in mind. We'll see what happens when reality hits. Alright, they're saying when it's done you got to take it off and lift it up, and it will drain back in. Won't tie itself in a knot like this. But guess what that is? Ta-da! So you have a little clasp right there, a little hook. It's not the strongest in the world, but it will give you a place to put it if you need to. You know, if you're carrying your can around, at least the hose won't be flopping around all over the place. Alright, as far as the construction goes, it's actually really well put together. I'm kind of surprised. Everything, it just does not come apart. So if something goes wrong with one of these hoses, you get a hole in it, you kink it, you bend it, you tear it, you break it, you otherwise mess it up, you're screwed. Because I really don't see how any of these things come off. I kind of fiddled with them a little bit. None of them turned. They all just snapped and clicked in place. So you would practically have to destroy it in order to remove the hose and like cut off the bad section and stick it back on there. So sorry about that. So, you know, it's both good and bad. So anyway, so I guess you want to see me give it a try, huh? Here's one of the Blitz. Alright, we're good with the Blitz, so I'm covered on the vast majority of mine. So the Blitz is the smaller of the 3 that they gave me. This one just goes on and off. It doesn't engage the threads. Alright, next we stick the pump in there. Screw this on. I think. Put it on correctly. And if you follow the instructions, you know, they put it on, you know, straight, neat. So there it is in there. And then, of course, you have your little holder here. Goes on there like that. Okay, so I got mine on eBay, believe it or not. Yeah, usually eBay, people inflate the prices out the wazoo. I don't know what the heck was going on there. It's like they buy them retail and resell them for a profit. But this particular order was for $52.64, so it was $50, $49.99. Then you got to pay tax where I live. Came to $52.64. Amazing sells it for $61.99, reduced from $80, $79.99. But when you click on it, at least right now at the time of this video, and actually look at it, it's $59.99. So they're having a bit of a sale too. So anyway, so all in, that's plus tax also. So all in, you know, it's anywhere from, what did I say, $55 to $85. So just be careful shopping around. And I got mine from Super Shops, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Took about a week to get here. This says September 30th. I got it on October 4th. There was a weekend there though, so, and it was UPS. You know, I would have got it on Saturday, even with the mail slowdown. But since it's UPS and this was delivered to a resident, you know, I had to wait till Monday. The fuel nozzle is small, so it will fit into a car. I mean, if you look at these cars are designed so you don't accidentally put diesel or something else in them. So it does fit into an unleaded gas tank. Opens up the flap and everything. At least it fits in my car anyhow. So that, as they say, is that. I wonder if it'll click on there. Yeah, it'll even click on there. Of course, it won't be vertical. Anyway, fun stuff. Okay, let's demo this pump. And one of the cause of failure and treatment clauses, that's what they're calling it, one of the troubleshooting guides, is pump performance is low, and they're saying that elevation of receiving tank is higher than supplying tank, which in this case it is, because I'm not going to hold the tank up. I mean, the whole idea is so you're not, you know, holding your can. I mean, why did you get the pump? Anyway, whatever. So let's put this together correctly. And do the demo. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works. All right, well, that was pretty good. Nice and quick. Now, of course, I like to fill it up much higher than that, so let's see what I can do here. Yeah, much better. I mean, you see these little tanks here. You know, if you put it in all the way to the clip, I mean, my goodness, look how deep that is into the tank. Good Lord. That's ridiculous. So I like to fill it up to about here. So that worked. Alright, so there's the fill line for that one. And I didn't use the clip, but it did shut off automatically. Of course, you can't see down there very well. There's a little vent mark right here. Can you see it? I'll just use black on black so you can't see it. How's that? Is that better? Now, it probably won't even work if I stick it in the clip because it's going to be completely submerged. So let me just do that, see what happens. Yeah, that was a little much, but it did shut off. So that, as they say, is that. Also, it did go back into the tank, and you want to notice that I have the vent closed, so it did work with the vent closed. Because I read the instructions, even though I'm a guy, and I'm not supposed to, but I did read the instructions, and it didn't say anything about the vent on your supply can, so I guess you can have it closed or open, whatever you need. Alright, put my cap back on. Pretty good. It didn't really spill. It was okay. Pretty interesting. Went really quick too in these little, small lawnmower engines. So here on the Gravely, got a much larger engine. It's fairly vertical too. Okay, let's see how it works here. Alright, let's see if I can get this whole thing on camera here. I'm going to stick it in here. Maybe. There we go. Let me try another position. Alright, so no matter where I put it, it's above the vent line, so I'm going to have to watch it, and when it fills up, I'll just have to press the off button. Alright, let's fill up the lawnmower here, see what happens. Pretty good. I like it. All right, we're out of gas. So, another thing that the marketing guys don't tell you about is all of the fuel that's in the line here, it's in there. So it doesn't pump out every single drop out of your gas can here. So, FYI. Which I'm sure that's the case at the gas station also. Alright, well, it's a pretty cool little thing. Let me get back to the video. Okay, it's extremely difficult to show you how much fuel is left in the gas can. Of course, it all depends on where the pickup is. Did you have it tilted back like I did? There's still quite a bit in there. Maybe this much, however that much is. Quarter of a gallon. So, I mean, there's plenty of fuel in here. It's not completely empty. Also, when you pull the pump out, the pickup, it's going to be dripping with gasoline. Now, it did all come out of the line, so there was no fuel in either the discharge line or the pickup line. However, of course, the pump dripped when I took it out of the can. You know, you will get fuel on the floor as it goes, as it drips out. And don't forget, when you store it, remove the batteries. It actually says that in the instructions. It's the first instructions that I came across that said that, because that's a habit I got into because I was tired of throwing away things after the battery, you know, turned into this white ball of fuzz and ruined everything. I started removing batteries when I stored my electrical equipment, my battery powered equipment. So anyway, that's actually in the instructions, so pretty cool. Good for them. One other thing, the pump was sort of a force fit. I mean, it went in real easy, but pulling it out was, I had to be careful because it was tight. So it was pretty much the exact same diameter as the discharge hole here on the Blitz gas cans that I own. So there's that. Also, with these adapters, they are available to purchase. I know that not all of the pumps, probably some of the lesser expensive ones, or less pricey ones, don't come with them, so I know they're available. Well, I'm having trouble putting the instructions in there. So if you don't, before you purchase the product, make sure that the adapter is available for your gas cans, whatever cans you have. So, you know, important little detail if you're going to put out almost $100 anywhere. They're priced off-brand, I've seen, for 30 or 40. Tera pumps run 40 to 100. So, you know, and that includes tax and shipping and whoever you get it from and how much the base retail price is, because I've seen it vary wildly. So, do I recommend it? I don't know. It seems kind of lightweight for a professional lawn care shop to be filling up their mowers all day with it. And for a homeowner, you know, you have to really pay attention to details. It's not the, you know, get all for your gasoline pumping needs. May help for a car, even though look at that, they're violating their own instructions. See how marketing lies to you? Well, they don't really lie. They just say they want the can higher than the tank that it's filling. It says right in the instructions. I'm not kidding. So anyway, that's just another example of how marketing, you know, tries to sell you stuff, and then you got to deal with it after you buy it. So anyway, that's my video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time.